Hello, hello, it's Sharon and
It's Chrissy.
breaking news. Chris Rock speaks. Oscar drama continues.
Unfortunately.
I know, right? Oh my God. Let me see here. What does he have to say? Let's see. Because I only caught like the beginning of, the right when they started. So he says here, let me see. So they're saying Will refused to leave. Let's see here. Oh, figures. Kirstie Alley has put her 2 cents in, but we don't care what she has to say. She's a Trumper. Chris just addressed the Will Smith Oscars. Okay, hold on. We're going to pull this up here. Let's see what he has to say. All right.
How was your weekend? I don't have like a bunch of shit about what happened. Stuff you came to get at. I had like a whole show I wrote before this weekend. And I'm still kind of processing what happened. So at some point I'll talk about that shit. And I'm gonna tell some jokes. I'm gonna talk about it's nice to just be out.
So I couldn't really hear. I thought it was going to be a little bit louder, but
Mhm.
let me see here. I'm gonna pull up the text. Let's see. Here we go. Chris Rock responds to Will Smith's Oscar slap at stand-up show. I'm still kind of processing what happened. It's a simple yet valid question, one that the world the world is wondering after Will Smith slapped the comedian on live television during the Oscars on Sunday. Let's see if
Chris Rock responds to Will Smith's Oscars slap at stand-up show. I'm still kind of processing what happened. What's on Chris Rock's mind? It's a simple yet valid question, one that the world is wondering after Will Smith slapped the comedian on live television during the Oscars on Sunday. The now infamous blow has been the topic du jour on every corner of the internet and television in the 48 hours since, but Rock has remained noticeably silent. That is until Wednesday evening, when Rock addressed the topic publicly at a stand-up show in Boston. "Whoa, okay," he exclaimed upon entering the stage in an all-white suit. The standing ovation from the crowd thundered on before Rock made another effort to get the ball rolling for the evening. "Yo, let me do the show." After a few more moments of applause, Rock immediately addressed the elephant in the room. "How was your weekend?" he began, drawing a wave of laughter. "I don't have a bunch of shit about what happened, so if you came to hear that, I have a whole show I wrote before this weekend. I'm still kind of processing what happened. So, at some point I'll talk about that shit. And it will be serious and funny." An audience member then chanted, "Fuck Will Smith," before Rock continued. "I'm going to tell some jokes. It's nice to just be out," he said before beginning his material. There were at least a dozen local broadcast journalists set up outside the theater as early as 2 hours before showtime, bundled up in the 30-degree New England weather. "This is insane," one onlooker shouted as he walked by troves of cameras and on-air reporters around 6 p.m. Prior to showtime. Local religious leaders gathered outside the Wilbur Theater to make a statement about the incident regarding our brothers and send a message that violence is not the way to resolve conflict. "This is a teachable moment so we end the cycle of violence that is underreported in the Black community," said Kevin C. Peterson, founder of the New Democracy Coalition, a nonpartisan and nonprofit organization that focuses on civic engagement, to a small crowd of reporters. Event organizers at the Wilbur were not pleased with the masses that gathered outside. "We have to get ready for a show," said one Wilbur employee as he attempted to put up ropes outside the venue. "We're trying to work now." Boston resident Sam Wisnia, 24, felt it was serendipitous that Rock was scheduled to make his first public appearance only a short distance from his hometown. He got tickets on Monday morning following the Oscars and acted early enough that he only paid $70. "I didn't watch the Oscars live, but I watched the clip plenty of times," Wisnia said. "I hope he leads his set with the whole situation and he can find the humor in it." Another Boston local, Jesse Sataro, 32, saw an Instagram ad for Rock's show after he got smacked. He paid $225 and considers that a steal compared to what others paid. Sataro was unfazed by the frenzy of reporters outside the theater. "Why wouldn't they be here? It's a historic night." Rock's taciturnity is perhaps the reason that ticket sales for Rock's stand-up comedy tour have been nearly impossible to come by. By coincidence, Rock was booked to play several shows in Boston beginning on Wednesday before he embarks on his Ego Death World Tour next month, starting in New Jersey. It's the first time that Rock has gone on the road in 5 years. His 4-day stint in Boston commenced on Wednesday at the 1,000-seat Wilbur Theater, with one sold-out show at 7:30 p.m. and another at 10 p.m. COVID-19 vaccinations were mandated for attendees. Tickets went quickly on Ticketmaster and were being resold on StubHub and other ticket exchange and resell websites for astronomically high prices. Original prices started at $49.50, but, in the wake of the shocking incident at the Oscars, they were going for as much as $800 to $8,000 on secondary sites. Admission to the 7:30 p.m. show was in especially high demand because many anticipated it would be the first time Rock would publicly respond to Smith's violent outburst. A StubHub representative said the site experienced more than 25 times the daily sales over the past 2 days compared to the last month. "It is incredibly unusual to see the spike we have experienced," said Mike Silveira, spokesperson for StubHub. Similarly, the online ticket reseller TickPick wrote Monday on Twitter, "We sold more tickets to see Chris Rock overnight than we did in the past month combined." The incident in question occurred in the middle of the 94th Annual Academy Awards, as Rock presented the Best Documentary Feature category on stage. The comedian began riffing about A-list celebrities in the audience before going off script to make a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and her shaved head. The actress has alopecia, a medical condition that results in hair loss. "Jada, I love you, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it," Rock said, referring to the 1997 action movie in which Demi Moore's character has a shaved head. Smith initially laughed at the jab. But after turning to Pinkett Smith and noticing her epic eye roll at the joke, he quickly shifted gears and walked on stage to slap Rock in the face. At first, everyone, Rock included, thought the rouse was a bit, but it soon became clear that wasn't the case. "Oh, wow," Rock said as Smith walked off stage. "Wow, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me." After returning to his seat, Smith yelled, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." Rock responded, "Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke." That prompted Smith to shout at a louder octave, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." Rock appeared visibly shaken on stage and struggled to collect his thoughts. "That was, the greatest night in the history of television," he offered. Shortly after the incident, Smith was awarded the Oscar for Best Actor for his performance as tennis coach Richard Williams in King Richard, a feel-good sports drama in which he plays the father of tennis icons Venus and Serena Williams. In a tearful acceptance speech, Smith apologized to the Academy and his fellow Best Actor nominees, but he stopped short of mentioning Rock. In his remarks, he also attempted to connect the altercation to his on-screen character in King Richard. Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family, Smith said. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. Later in his speech, he said, in this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. On Monday, Smith issued an apology to Rock on Instagram. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. He also said, jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally. Rock declined to press charges, but the Academy has launched an investigation into the situation to explore further action and consequences, a spokesperson said.
Uh, Thoughts, Chrissy? Thoughts?
Yeah, I had. Sorry, I was on mute for a second. I have something else on.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to.
Your
I didn't want to
thoughts?
get feedback
This has morphed into like it's
Yeah,
just insane.
yeah. It's. I don't know. This whole thing is crazy.
I mean, okay, so now he's going to just, I mean, and that's just the state of capitalism where now he's just going to milk it for what he can because, like, they were listing off the cost of his tickets now because nobody was buying, he was not selling out because he's corny. His jokes are corny. But now they're going to use this as a marketing ploy. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Of
which I
course.
mean, that's typical. That's typical. It's just like the state of capitalism and the state of Hollywood and whoever manages him.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
So
this is just. I mean, but like I said, every time something crucial or substantial is about to drop, where the state of our like lack of a democracy that we have is hanging on by a thread. Now this keeps swelling up. It's like I've tried to change the subject several for all day, basically trying to change the subject, get us back on track because this is not as important. I mean, if we lose our democracy, we're not going to be able to freely go to movies and stuff like that anymore. We're not going to be able to leave, like go state to state freely or nothing like that. We're just not. The news, you know, barely we have any news orgs that tell us the news. I usually watch foreign news networks and stuff to get news, but the American news, they're owned by like only 8 white guys. So all of the news and news networks in this country are owned by white guys.
yeah,
So they are, like I was talking about that drama where the rich elite um, took what surveillance the surveillance that they got on their citizens, they took that to manipulate it to get the citizens to do what they wanted. And I feel like I'm in a scenario like that right now. I mean, we have been because like the commercials are they send out subliminal messages. The music they put out sends subliminal messages, but this is like this is like messages on steroids to me. And I feel like I'm in the middle of that drama where they were literally and the way they crafted the way the drama showed you how they do it. I just even just that one part of the drama, I just wish people would just watch that one part of the drama where they explain how the elites are using the media and surveillance to shift the narrative at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
Because this is ridiculous. We should not be talking. This is what, 4 days now? 4 days. Over Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 4 days over a slap that has morphed into something like it's national security, which it isn't.
Yeah.
This is devastating to me. This is what's traumatizing me. Like they're saying, oh, witnessing that little slap that Will gave Chris, the behavior of all these people surrounding this slap is traumatizing me because it continues to take the focus off of what we should be focused on.
Yeah.
This seriously is.
My cousin, one of my cousins just brought up, and it's true. There's supposed to be a delay in production,
right,
for that purpose. And my cousin's like, "Do you realize that there's absolutely a delay in production for stuff just like this, and no one thought to blur it to cut to commercial?"
Exactly. I think I heard that a little bit of that today from somebody. Yeah, seriously. It's like
Yeah.
that's what I mean by the elites. Which I mean, it sounds like like you.
It's
What are those
intentional.
conspiracy theory people?
It is.
But it's not. It's like seriously, these people are manipulating to keep people distracted.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be talking about a slap 4 days in the week when we just found out that the ex occupant of the White House has been sending high level documents, confidential documents to an enemy of this country.
Yeah. It's crazy.
This is traumatizing to me.
Yeah.
Because personally, I don't want to live in a fascist authoritarian country. I don't want to. I was born and raised in a supposed free country. I don't want to learn how to speak Russian and learn to live under authoritarian thumb. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
This is okay. I'm gonna play this. Let me find it. Uh, let's see. Okay, this is it right here. So I'm gonna. Let's see. Is it gonna play? Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's pause this. Can I pause it? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play. Here's another perspective. Let's see here. Okay.
Shout out to Lex Scott. I first saw her video, which prompted me to come on over here and put my own video together. Jim Carrey has entered the building. Yes, Jim Carrey did an interview with Gayle King. Gayle King continues to disappoint. But Jim Carrey did an interview with Gayle King where he offered his opinions on what took place at the Oscars. And he stated that Chris Rock should sue Will Smith for $200 million and that he is sickened by Hollywood's reaction to Will Smith. You know, the actors that got up when this went down and went over to console and offer a word to Will Smith. People like Tyler Perry, Denzel Washington, and there were others. This is the same Jim Carrey that has some horrible skeletons in his closet. Mind you, Gayle King didn't talk to him about his skeletons. It has been repeatedly reported that before she unalived herself, Jim Carrey's ex-girlfriend accused him of introducing her to illegal substances, mental abuse, and STDs. And in a letter that she wrote before she unalived herself, she mentions how badly Jim Carrey had broken her down. In that same letter, she states that the actor introduced her to multiple things, including hard drugs and prostitutes. She also accused Jim Carrey of lying about having STDs and calling her names and using her for sex and throwing her out in a drug-induced rage. So again, all of these white people who seem to want to be vocal about condemning what went down at the Oscars have no moral high ground to stand on. Jim Carrey, you too can sit down and shut up. Shout out to Lex Scott. I first saw her video with
It's I mean, it's going from bad to worse, but like I said, they are themselves. At this point, there's nothing I can do. Like personally, I'm just watching everybody that is saying something so they can go on my list, my block list, because I'm just not. I don't want to hear what they have to say because nothing they have to say is important. Especially if they seem like they're trying to like they're trying to equate the behavior of those two men to an entire community. They don't reflect on me. Jada Smith, the only thing that she reflects on me is being a black woman. So that in it's is like the only thing aspect that I can relate to about this whole thing. The image of a black woman being defended for change. But other than that, um whew,
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to send a message. Oh, yeah.
so what else did your cousin say?
They've been saying a whole lot. I don't know what to.
So is it a family chat?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's a family chat. So
Oh.
about 40 or more messages came in just now.
Oh wow. Read some of them.
Woman,
Oh, I mean, if you want to, that's okay.
a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
More than that because first one was at 9:25, and they still going. 10:08
Wow.
so far was the last one.
Wow. Wow.
Um, mm,
So people are having. I mean, seriously, this is like some people are having family chats about this whole thing, and
Well,
I'm
because when it
sitting
first happened, my cousin had sent it. But what started the chat back up tonight was
here.
because my brother doesn't go on WhatsApp often.
Right.
So he actually was on today, and he, I guess, must have read the messages, and now he started responding. Now they started back up.
That's so funny. Oh wow.
Yes, I was like, oh shoot, my brother's on. No, my brother got real life stuff to deal with. He's a doctor, so he be on his doctor stuff.
So it's crazy that he's like really invested
Yeah.
in this
So
too.
he must be off early. It's an early night, a regular night. So he must have got home, ate all that other stuff, and then boom, saw the chat and was like, let me respond to this. Oh, somebody posted another angle.
Oh wow. This makes me not like Chris Brock more, really. I mean, like I'm not cheering for one or the other. For I'm just like this. This really makes me not like him more. Like I already didn't like him, and I'm not a celebrity worshiper to put Will and Jada on the pedestal either. But this really makes me not like.
I'm about to send you something like a different angle.
Okay.
Where is that? Oh, Messenger.
Now I don't care what any of these. Let's see. Oh, I sent the link to the wrong thing. I
What do
sent
you
it
mean?
to our group chat instead of. I can't even see.
What are you talking about?
When I sent you the link to the studio, I sent it to our group chat. So Nick was probably sitting there going, "What is she talking about?"
Oh.
I sent it to our group
No,
chat.
I spoke to him a second ago and I told him.
Oh, okay. So is he working? I didn't mean tell him I'm sorry. I didn't mean to send it in the group chat. Okay, I'm gonna play it. Hold on a second. I gotta flip this around. Tell him I'm sorry. I sent him the thing, but he come watch. He come watch. We could use the viewer in here if he. Okay, here we go. Van Johnson. Okay.
Here is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay? So I can go.
So the angle was what, her like leaning over laughing. Is that was that the angle that I was supposed to be?
Well, yeah, that's the one I saw.
Okay, with her leaning over laughing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I saw her laughing even the front angle. I saw her coughing, but my first reaction was like it was a nervous laugh because you know how you're uncomfortable, but you still kind of.
No, that she was laughing after Will smacked him when Chris Rock said, "Oh, I just got smacked by Will
Right.
Smith."
So then again, that's like more of a shocked laugh. Like I would have been like, "Oh my god, really? Did that just? Oh, I would have been like, "Oh, uh, oh, here we go." With the Chinese, look, this is like gone global. Like this has gone global. Let's see. I'm gonna play this. What this lady said. The Chinese people think of Will. Let's see. we've gone. We've. It's all the way to China. China. Let's see here.
How do Chinese people think of Will Smith's slap on Chris Rock? Many Americans, including the Academy's official Twitter account, said they don't condone violence, but many Chinese netizens think the slap is justified because it maintains Smith's dignity as a husband and a family man. He's the ultimate symbol of masculinity. Others think Chris Rock got what he deserved because of the joke he made on Asians. In 2016, when he hosted the Oscars, he perpetrated the stereotype of Asians being nerds who excel in math. Chinese netizens consider Will Smith their hero by giving him the nickname Shi Huang, which combines the first syllable of his last name Shi Mi-si and Huang, King Smith. How do Chinese people think of Will Smith's slap on Chris Rock? Many Americans, including the Academy's official Twitter account.
And then just today, we have a Buddhist monk chiming in. And I like this monk. He lives in I think I said it to you earlier, but he lives in Florida. I believe he lives in Florida, and he went to the military, and then he came out and became a monk. Like, that's crazy. I watched this process.
A direct result of not following right speech. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is the timing correct? Is it beneficial for people that is involved? And things are very personal, especially when families are dealing with medical issues. And Chris Rock kind of just crossed the line there. You don't know people's stress levels. Just when we think we know this much about people's lives, I mean, you know, from here to here, we actually know this much about people's lives. And so let that video, viral video, reflect the practice of right speech. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say anything at all, said the Buddha. And keep things to yourself. You just got to keep it to yourself. Be around people only when necessary. Say only when necessary when you are around people. The Buddha says, take care of your thoughts when you are alone, and be careful what you say when you're around others. In Buddhism, that
He almost sounded like my dad, like when my dad would be giving me advice when I was a little kid. He was like, be mindful of your thoughts. If you got nothing good to say, don't say it. But, you know, like I was telling that guy earlier, it takes discipline also. It's not easy being a comedian. I know, and I'm not a comedian, but I've heard comedians, like actual comedians, saying that it takes like a certain amount of discipline as well, because being a comedian is really hard. It's not as easy as it looks, and you still have to have a certain amount of discipline when you're telling your jokes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that man there.
Who?
Chris Rock.
I know I don't like him more and more now. I mean, and I'm still, like I said, I had to clarify, I'm not a Will and Jada stan or nothing like that either. But I just this thing is making me not like him more and more. Like I already didn't like him. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't like Chris Rock. I'm not liking Jada no more after everything I'm hearing about her and stuff.
Well, you're finally you catching up, but like I said, for years ago, I
mean,
never
like,
really liked her.
I didn't care. It wasn't. I didn't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't like her because I was hearing like the things that you were telling me tonight. Like I had already seen some of that and known about her too before, so that's why I kept saying she's not an angel, and Will is not an angel. But whatever
nobody
goes
said they were
on,
angels.
whatever agreement they have, that's theirs. But like the fact that everybody, I honestly think that everybody is blowing this slap thing out of proportion.
Yeah.
I believe that everybody on both sides, or no matter where they stand, I think they're blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah.
And the reason I wanted us to do this live is maybe we could share like another perspective in the sense, but we need to get back on track, guys. You know, the slap was not a good look for everybody. Because even the aftermath is definitely not a good look for everybody that's chiming in. This is not a good look because we have more important things to be worried about right now.
Yeah.
That slap is not going to pay people's bills. It's paying Chris Rock's bills because the ticket prices went up and he get more money now.
Yeah.
But none of those people care about us right now. We're the ones that stuck down here in the trenches.
Yeah.
When things go haywire, those people have all the money that they need. They have all the protection they need. They have all the supplies, the food, the medicals, the resources to, if they need to escape this country, they have all that. We don't have any of that. And they're going to leave us behind without a second thought. They're going to leave us behind without a second thought and be like probably laughing around the dinner table with each other. Oh, you remember that day you slapped me and then everybody got all distracted? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as far as we're concerned, they're he-ing it over dinner right now together.
Yeah.
Like our plan came together. We got them distracted again.
That's true.
Because nothing any of us say, no hot takes, no opinion papers, no podcasts, truth be told, nothing we say is going to change our situation, because none of that really directly affects us in the sense of our daily lives. Like my daily life, I'm worried about like rent, the groceries are going up, gas is going up, the government has gone haywire. You know what I'm saying? Those are my concerns right now. And I want everybody to get on track because I'm trying to find people that are trying to organize to change and fix these things. This conversation surrounding this slap is not fixing what needs to be fixed, because they're going to work it out among themselves and whatever, and fix whatever that issue is there. And we're still going to be waking up and going to sleep with the same troubles, like groceries, gas, rent, electric bills, water bills, phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at this post that said Amy Schumer. It talks about how she hosted the 94th Academy Awards, blah, blah, blah. And then like they're talking about how she said she's triggered and traumatized. So people are like, but you're not traumatized by rubbing elbows with pedophiles? They said somebody better offer her some cheese for that wine. And
that's what I'm saying. These people are pulling up receipts.
Yeah, somebody else goes, she is one of the most vulgar comedians out there, and she is traumatized by that. Grow up. Another person
right.
goes, OMG, are you kidding me? Traumatized with the crap she flaunts around or her pathetic words that come from her mouth? What a joke. and these are people that look like her that are saying this.
Right.
Her own people that look like her are saying this. Oh wait, somebody else goes, she was no better making cracks at Jen Lawrence weight, but kudos. Oh, they said kudos to Chris Rock for not taking it further. Somebody else. My God, SMH, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. Who cares? Chris Rock didn't because he isn't pressing charges. Get over your quote unquote triggered self. Somebody says somebody get Amy Schumer a wambulance.
I used that a lot when Trump was, before he got blocked off of Twitter.
Somebody else said, when is this new generation not triggered and traumatized?
Oh Lord.
This
Let me
other guy
see
goes,
here.
"Oh, poor rich millionaire. Tell your assistant to dial 911." So, and these are her people saying this. These are her people. Can't cancel Amy Schumer. Drama all the way around. Amy Schumer face traumatizes me. So dramatic.
Okay,
Somebody put a
this is
gift. Sorry, you want me to call you a ambulance?
this lady here. Let me see. I'm pulling up this. Stop. Okay, there we go. So this is the start of people like. Okay, this is what we gonna do at this point. We pulling out receipts because we need a laugh here. Along with Amy, sure you find some more too. But this is where people start the cancel Zoe Kravitz because she's the same way. It's like, really, you can put your 2 cents in.
Zoe Kravitz situation, let's get into this. So there are now like two kinds of people on Twitter. People that are like, let's support this black woman, let's not tear her down for her comments, and then other people that are bringing up her past mistakes, past issues with Jaden Smith, and also kind of being a predator. Where do you guys stand about this? Let me know in the comments. Are you guys in support of her? Do you still like her or not? Let me know. Final thoughts on the Zoe Kravitz situation. Let's get into this. So
I was trying to find the one where they were listing
canceled, and there's so much to say, so let's talk about this. If you didn't know, she made 2 posts about the Will Smith Chris Rock situation, where she's essentially saying, here's a picture of my dress at the award show where we're apparently screaming profanities and insulting people on stage now. I think Zoe Kravitz and a lot of celebrities are taking the situation way too far. Okay, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Okay, that does not make him a violent person. That does not make him a narcissist. That doesn't make him an abuser. Stop talking. Y'all are just doing the most, and it's so annoying. And another thing, people are saying that Will Smith could have killed Chris Rock. Like, there's one person on Twitter that was saying that. I think it was a celebrity. What are you talking about? That is so unrealistic. A slap most likely will not kill you. Will Smith apologized. Let's just move forward from this and stop blowing this whole situation out of proportion because it's unnecessary and annoying. Zoe Kravitz is not getting canceled, and there's so much to say, so canceled, and here's why. In a recent post on her Instagram, she said, here's a picture of my dress at the award show where we're apparently assaulting people on stage now. This is a reference to Will Smith smacking Chris Rock after he made a joke about his wife's hair. People on Twitter are not having it and calling out some of her previous transgressions. Zoe Kravitz supports known abuser Alexander Wang, made predatory comments about 14-year-old Jaden, and did Ezra Miller when they were 17 to 18 and she was 20 plus. But now she wants to speak about Will and draw the line at a slap. Here are some predatory comments that she made to 14-year-old Jaden Smith. There are moments I was hanging out with Jaden and thinking, I can't believe you're 14, I have to check myself, like what I say to you. Excuse me? What? She honestly shouldn't have said anything. A lot of people, like other celebrities specifically, are saying a lot of stupid stuff, and she just like, stop talking and stick to acting. Zoe Kravitz is not getting canceled, and here's why.
They are not having it. They, like I said, I had never want to get on the bad side of black Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll never want to get on the black Twitter, black TikTok, black Facebook. I don't have that kind of receipt, you know. I don't have no receipts like that or nothing like that, but I'm not even trying to antagonize them.
You're gonna pull up shit you ain't even remember you
That's
did.
right. Like 30 years, be like, well, remember this? Like, I went in, did nothing in elementary school. Remember when you were getting your head knocked in kickball in elementary school? I'd be like, dang. gone to the core of the earth to pull up some receipts.
You know, or some shit that happened when you was blacked out and you don't even remember. Like, yo, that's the one time I got blacked out drunk, and that's what happened.
Right? Be like, oh my god.
Like, yo, dog, that don't even count. That don't even count.
Right. Oh, here's some more receipts This Gen Z, like I was saying, these Gen Zers do not play because, like I said, when they were spit out on this earth, they were spit out with a phone and a computer server.
Getting ate up on Twitter, and there's an article circulating of an interview that she did. In one part of her interview, she mentions how growing up in predominantly white spaces, she didn't identify with black culture. She identified with white culture, whatever that means. She goes on to say, I didn't like Tyler Perry movies. I wasn't into hip-hop music. I liked Neil Young. She does say later on that her views changed, and as a result of what was fed to her through the media, that is why her views on black culture were so skewed. But that's not the craziest part to me. Like, it was this part of the interview that had me hunched over, like, dying, because she's talking about how her dad tried to instill values in her, and the way he raised her, it was more of like an old school approach. And she tells this story about, well, I'll read it. She was like, when I was 11, my dad was trying to make me finish my dinner, but I didn't want any more. He said, there are starving kids in Africa. So I took an envelope and put potatoes in it and was like, send it to them. That entire interview was a roller coaster. So
yeah, that was Zoe Kravitz. She was saying, yeah, I mean, like I knew, like I didn't like her really. Like I said, I don't stand and worship celebrities like that, but I mean, the receipt is like Gen Z is a force to be reckoned with. I wish they would find out what was in that RNC server that was hacked in 2015 and release the content.
I know, right? Since you guys are going out, go all the way out.
That's right. I wish they would find out what was in that server. They not playing with these folks, Gen Z.
No.
And Gen X, they really when they come up, Gen X, they are not good. They're gonna have worse hope than Gen Z.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited. I'm gonna send you something. I didn't watch. Oh.
Okay.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but
okay, I'll play it.
It's like, oh, come on. Okay.
I didn't mean Gen X. I meant like, what are we gonna go back up to the alphabet after Gen Z? We're gonna call them what are we gonna call them? Gen A. We're gonna start up at the top of the alphabet again. Okay, I'm getting ready to. I'm gonna change this around. Let's see. We'll call them Gen A. Okay, here we go. Blobby X. And
The Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Y'all know I've been struggling with alopecia, and just all of a sudden one day, look at this line right here. Look at that. Look at that. And so it just showed up like that. Now this is gonna be a little bit more difficult for me to hide. So I thought I'd just share it so y'all not asking any questions.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
I think that added the nice one. I think that was really what did it.
right.
Oh, wow. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Look at Lupita's face.
Name out your fucking mouth.
She is gorgeous, Lupita.
Well, like a lot of y'all, I saw the moment that transpired last night. We just showed it in the clip, where Will Smith got a hold of Chris Rock for making jokes about his wife. Now, a lot of people was jumping down Will Smith's throat talking about, oh, he should have been more composed. He should have done this, that, and the other. That's a song. How dare he? He can't just keep on doing this, that, and the other. But whenever I saw this, my first thought was something got to be wrong with Will, because out of 30 years of his career, I don't remember him doing this, but like one other time when a reporter tried to kiss him or something like that. But this ain't normal behavior. There's something deeper than just this little joke. And what I found was exactly that. For years, Chris Rock apparently been making these little jokes. And I keep doing this because there's a thin line between the joke and disrespect that's thinly veiled as a joke. But nonetheless, that may have been cool, but now Chris Rock talking about something that got to do with Jada Pinkett Smith's health. Like the alopecia is causing her to lose her hair, and now he's trying to make little jokey jokes about that. And apparently, Will Smith had enough. So, do I condone what Will Smith did or how he went about it? No, but I understand. As a matter of fact, I say I respect it. Because on one hand, we on protect black women, but then whenever we see this black man protecting this black woman, now all of a sudden everybody's a high school guidance counselor talking about how he should have better managed his emotions during the conflict, whatever. You ain't feel what he felt. So it's easy for us to police how he should have handled something when we wasn't in his shoes. And on top of that, man, I'll take it a step further. I'm actually refreshed seeing this. Because I feel like women on a day-to-day are constantly in situations with other men where they're made to feel disrespected, where they're made to feel targeted, humiliated, whatever, where they're made to feel offended, and they got to be the ones to protect and defend and stand up for themselves. Sometimes these same women will put their neck out for another man who wouldn't do it for them, vice versa. So I love seeing that this man was willing to protect his woman. Now, I don't think Chris Rock had bad intentions. I don't think he just was trying to nobody or pick at her. He may not even known that she had alopecia, nothing like that. He's just a comedian doing his job, right? But guess what? Will Smith is a husband doing his job. And then the father of the kid that may have been just as offended as she was about that little joke, he was doing his job. So he should be allowed to do that. And a lot of people have these celebs held in this higher than life, a bigger than life regard, like they ain't got no feelings, nothing like that. Put yourself in Will Smith's shoes for just a bit. You know, for, again, 30 years, I think he's practiced exceptional restraint in situations a lot of people would pop off, especially these last few years since the entanglement thing and all of that. And most of us, if not all of us, has something to say about that, which is completely different because that's addressing somebody's behavior versus pointing out somebody's physical feature that's being caused by a sickness. But you know, in interviews and red carpets, people constantly trying this couple, making them the butt of jokes. Future got something to say, memes all over the place. August Alsina and them released a whole album talking about this, or right after the whole situation blew up. Man, people got their breaking points. This wasn't bad character. This was somebody who reached their limit. So again, I don't think Chris Rock had bad intentions, but we don't face consequences because of our intentions. We face consequences because of our actions. So if you don't want to face the consequences of disrespecting somebody's wife, husband, loved one, children, or whatever, you need to make some new jokes. You need to intend to find some new material. Either that or prepare to defend yourself. You know, like the old folks back where I'm from used to say, you can't joke around with everybody because everybody ain't going to be joking with you. You can't just go around playing with everybody because everybody ain't going to be playing. And apparently Will Smith wasn't playing with Chris Rock. Better you'll think twice about them jokes next time. But those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you feel like Will was tripping? You know, did you lose all respect for him, as some people say? Or do you feel like he was just being a human being, a husband, and he did what he felt like he had to do in the moment? Y'all let me know down in the comments. I'll let y'all be good. Peace.
Well said. Well said.
Yep.
Because, I mean, we're human. They're human. You know, like he was saying, it was building up. Because like we were talking about with Jada and that their situation and stuff like that. I've been ahead of you on knowing all that, so that's why I had my reasons for why I don't like their little, you know, their situation since like when they're kids and stuff like that. But that bills. Whatever their drama is, they go through that pay my bills.
Listen, their situation and their marriage with their kids ain't none of my business. They ain't have no ACS. They didn't have ACS, DSS. They ain't have nobody called on them for child abuse. So however they raise their kids don't matter.
Exactly.
There is no right or wrong way to raise your kids, with the exception of abuse and neglect.
Exactly.
Just that simple. You know what I mean?
Because exactly. And people, like I said, people raise their kids different. Like when I was a little kid and the way I got disciplined and stuff like that, they would consider the way I got disciplined, which was strict. And I think I deserve every bit of discipline I got. but my parents did the best they could. I said that when I had my kids, I was not going to raise them like I had been raised, with that kind of discipline, the old school discipline.
Yeah.
I was trying to find this other. I'm trying to find this other one with hold on, where it is. I'm gonna find it. It was. Yeah, let me find it here. Maybe it's over here. Okay. What is that?
You looking for something else?
Yeah. I was looking for. Yeah, what is his name? Comedian. It was- Okay, I got it wrong. I spelled his name wrong. Hold on. Where is that video? Let's see. I thought I saved it today, but okay. I think this is it. Okay, so Bill Burr, Bill Burr, the white comedian that's married to a black woman. And this video I'm gonna play, he's there's a difference between how he jokes about white women. He's not bashing them or anything like that, but he's basically joking about the history and the history of white women and how they act. So he's not disrespecting them or anything like that. But then and then it'll cut to Chris Rock and how he like aggressively attacks black women, like he really, really hates black women. So this video is showing the difference. Let me see here.
Shall we? You guys stood by us toxic white males through centuries of our crimes against humanity. You rolled around in the blood money, and occasionally, when you wanted to sneak off and hook up with a black dude, if you got caught, you said it wasn't consensual. Yeah, that's what you did.
That's right. Barack Obama really want to be the president? He got to get him a white girl. Yeah, I said it. Because a white girl will play her position. The black girl want to play your position. That's right. You get you a white girl, she do exactly what you need her to do. I need you to run left, slant right. Okay, daddy, I got you. Woo, black women get mad when I say that shit. Soon as you get a little money, you want a white girl. Actually, before we get money, black women get angrier than southern white men. They act like they mad at the black man, but no, they're not mad at us. They mad at themselves. That's right, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I'm looking right at ya.
Let's talk white women here, shall we? You guys.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about that.
Yeah.
Now, what Bill Burr said, that was funny. Because like I said, he wasn't disrespecting white women, joking about the history of white, which is a true thing.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sent you a message.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in all, this whole mess is just really,
Yeah.
really, really distressing.
Hmm. This whole thing is crazy, crazy.
Huh?
I said this whole thing is crazy, but for
Yeah.
no reason. For no reason.
Mm-mm. What's this man got to say? Let's see. What's he saying?
I try to tell the guys that, and they pick up a nap. Pick up Lucy, and they go, Alex,
So here we go again. So, like Jake Tapper, his lead story tonight on CNN was the Oscar slap, and not the fact that there's a new documentary evidence showing the White House call logs are missing a call from the White House during a 7-hour gap during that during the insurrection.
Mhm.
So when we were being attacked by the government, there's 7 hours missing. During Watergate, there's 18 minutes missing, and that was a big deal. 7 hours in our lifetime was missing. So at this point, I'm taking it that they're aggressively, especially these white elites, are aggressively pushing this slap situation for nefarious reasons at this point.
Yeah.
Because every time, like I was saying, since the time I woke up, I was trying to, get us back on track and change the narrative. And every time we start to get traction to get back on track, then oof, lead story, the slap. It's like the slap is not trying to dismantle democracy.
Yeah.
Y'all are using this slap to to increase a racial divide and to keep people divided from uniting against this government that's trying to take our rights.
There. Some shit needs to happen just so the topic of conversation changes again. I'm over it.
Yeah, but I mean, the news has been changing day by the hour on what the Trump regime did.
This is ridiculous. Yeah.
Like seriously, we need to stay on track with this. Like this is really terrifying me at this point. Like they're really, really trying to keep this in the news for some reason. Okay. Is this okay? Nail poetry. Okay. Nail poetry. Seriously?
That's what I'm telling you. This is ridiculous.
Like, oh my God. Like I wonder what people are going to be thinking when the Republicans regain power and they start rounding people up and putting them in concentration camps. Like everybody, the general public. What are people going to be saying? Like, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Well, you know what? We were trying to keep the news cycle in the real news in the news cycle, but y'all were too distracted by a doggone slap.
Yeah.
Some of us were trying to keep the real news in the news cycle. And y'all are hyperventilating, clutching your pearls over a blasted slap. And now we all rounded up and put in concentration camps.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. I've got to win the lottery so I can get out of this country. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna scrape up some change. I'll buy me a lotto ticket tomorrow, Chrissy. Lord have mercy. It don't seem like there's no hope for this at this point. There's really no hope for this country.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep the faith and keep hope, have a little bit of hope.
Keep hope alive.
But this is really distressing and depressing because this is really showing me that there really is no hope for this country. And I want to be in another country on the other side of the world watching. I mean, nobody wants to stay on track. What can I do? I'm trying. I got to get myself to safety because this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
The people are so easily distracted by something like this, and they really seriously getting worked up over this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I get worked up about is when somebody comes in defending the buffoonery and shenanigans that goes along with being anti-black and hating black women. That's really the only thing I'm getting passionate about because I'm defending my image and people and women that look like me.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody else going to defend us. Obviously, as we can see, Will Smith defended his one black woman, and everybody attacking him for defending the black woman.
Yeah.
So what makes me think that they're going to defend me and my image and you and your image? So somebody got to do it, and that's not a masculine thing. They'll try to twist that around and say, "Oh, you being too masculine." Well, who else going to do it? Because y'all sure not. And I'm not going to continue to sit by and watch you guys and listen to you guys malign me and my image or women that look like me. I'll have something to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. So in 30 years if something else stupid happened, these kids to pull that up as receipts. Mm-mm. Yep, so now they're ratcheting up, trying to put pressure. Hopefully, they're putting pressure on Merrick Garland to hurry up and pursue criminal charges against Trump and his regime, because, like I said, if they don't, the midterms are going to be a bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dems that voted them in are not going to come out and vote. No matter how dire and desperate we need to vote blue, they're not going to come out. Because one of the reasons they voted them in was to hold the Trump regime accountable. Handcuffs, perp walks, all of that.
Yeah.
That's why they keep on doing all these shenanigans. Because nobody's been held. Nobody that matters really has been held accountable. So they have all been emboldened to continue the criminality in the light of day. In front of our face, they're basically rubbing our noses in it. Who's going to stop us? Who's going to stop us? And we voted the Dems in to stop them. So they can just hold their nose and Ooh. What a sad, sad time to be sitting in this country.
So on a whole other note, like I'm just scrolling Facebook and stuff that's on, and Raven Simone.
Oh Lord.
No, nothing to do about this. Raven
Okay.
Simone, she reveals, oh, this is an old post, but it just came up, I don't know why, that she hadn't spent any of her Cosby Show earnings. So imagine
What?
all the money and residual monies that's coming in. She hasn't spent none of the Cosby Show monies. Money that she spent was from other acting and music and stuff.
Huh.
Isn't that pretty neat though?
Yeah.
As a grown woman, the money she made and continues to make from the Cosby Show, she hadn't touched it.
Huh. I wonder why. That would be a good entertainment story. I wonder why. There got to be a reason.
Yeah.
Huh.
I guess probably because since she was a kid, initially the parents probably had it to the side, and then she started all the other acting, and it was just kind of, she probably was just like, you know what? Let me see if I don't have to touch it.
Right. Right.
Save it for kids or family or for whatever in the future type of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just
Did
like
she
she's
get
probably
married?
like, because it'd be one of those things to be curious to know how much money you made in total.
Right.
From Cosby Show, and especially because you continue to make money too. So it's like when I initially made money, I made this much, and then from the residual from replays and all this other stuff, all this additional monies, like just like to see it.
Right. Right. That would be cool, and I'm not about knowing what's in anybody's wallet, but it would kind of if
Just
she
that
gave
part,
like a
like
rough estimate of a roundabout
like
number.
just from the because it's the Cosby Show, so
Right.
it's like, if you made this amount, how much did the bigger actors make, and and everything else that was in it too. So
right,
it's just like, especially for the era that it came out too, back in those days,
Yeah, because she was a little bitty girl, little baby.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know why that just came up. It was just posted on some shadow and act thing that comes up as I'm scrolling as like a suggested for you page.
Oh, I follow those people. I think Shadow and that.
Yeah, like I don't think I follow them. I don't think so.
Probably because I follow them and you follow. We're friends. It probably came out in my
maybe something.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, so that it says that they posted that article just on Sunday, like they just posted it.
Huh.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh wait, this is kind of cool. Like simple little interesting facts.
Yep, that's interesting.
Yeah, like because then I start wondering, like, has any other actor or actress ever done something like that, or you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't have to spend
Very
this
few child actors, especially.
Yeah, that too. But like the child actors don't usually, to say it nicely, but they usually don't grow up, or a lot of them. Or there's quite a bit of them that had rough adulthood. So,
like Macaulay Culkin, his dad and family used up all his money, something like that, and
like
and so they were broke. And look at Ricky Schroeder, he's like a bum. He's a trumper now. He was in this show called Silver Spoons when I was growing up, and he was a child actor, and now he looks like a homeless bum that smells like pee. like young, and he's going into like Costco stores, yelling at the employees and being a
Wow.
trucker all over the place. Yeah, that's like he's in a sad state. But look, the co-actor, which was it was what's his name? I like him. Let's see, it was Ricky Schroeder and Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman, he's like a beloved actor. Like he's still working. Everybody likes him. Jason Bateman was in on that show, Arrested Development. Now he's on another top show that's on Netflix called Ozarks or something like that.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
That's Jason Bateman. So
Yes, I'm
basically,
saying, like, cause I'm like, I know the name, but like for
yeah,
whatever reason, the face wasn't being triggered. Oh,
right. His Ricky Schroeder and his mom, when Bateman was introduced on Silver Spoons, um, the Ricky Schroeder got jealous because the audience was more receptive to Jason Bateman and his personality, and he
oh, in real
wanted to
life,
be
you mean? Like in real life, he was jealous.
right. He was a jealous, and then jealous because on the show everybody was falling in love with Jason Bateman and his character. They liked him and his personality. So his Ricky Schroeder and his mother campaigned the executives at the network to have him taken off the show because he was jealous of Jason Bateman and everybody liking Jason Bateman over him. But look at Jason Bateman now. He's like a beloved actor and everything. And then Ricky Schroeder is like this ranting and raving, lunatic, yelling at people that make minimum wage at Costco and stuff like that, yelling about how Trump's he's a Trumper. It's pretty sad. It's really sad.
Oh, you said from Arrested Development.
Yeah, he was in Arrested Development, and he's on like another top show, the Ozarks, which I don't think.
Well, yeah, I mean, Ozarks I watch, and I need to actually watch the new season. I haven't watched that yet.
But yeah, Arrested Development is pretty funny, and Jason Bateman, he's got this dry humor. He has this dry humor in the show, like, and it makes it so much funnier because I don't know, you're gonna have to watch it, but he has this like super dry humor that just makes it so much funnier because he's like the only sane one in his family. His whole family, they're like his dad got put in prison for tax evasion and all this stuff. So now he's the patriarch of the family. Like he has to stand in as the man of the family, and his family are all losers and lunatics.
What was the other guy's name you said?
It's Jason. Well, the show is called Arrested Development.
Yeah, but who was the other guy you talking about?
Ricky Schroeder. Ricky Schroeder. Yeah, Ricky Schroeder's he's a loser, ex-child star. Yep, he's a Trumper. Yeah, I never liked Ricky Schroeder, but I liked it when Jason Bateman was on the show because I used to watch that show for Jason. And then when he disappeared off the show, then I stopped watching the show. But I never knew why until I got older, and I found out that it was because Ricky Schroeder and his mom had him kicked off the show.
Oh. Oh, shoot, I didn't realize Ricky Schroeder was as old as he was.
Yeah, but you see who we're talking about. He went from yeah. Mm-hmm. He looked like a homeless hobo that smells like urine, screaming about Trump all over the place. Oh, look, the Buddha man liked the video that I do it with him. Yin to yang.
Buddhism that is a direct result of not following right speech.
Nope, nope, it wasn't him. Wait a minute. He was yin to yang. That's somebody that sounded good.
So,
Okay.
so Sharon,
Hmm? What?
Mr. Technical,
Oh, what did he say?
he liked my reel. I posted a reel. He liked it on Instagram.
Oh, he follows you
Yeah.
on Instagram?
Yeah. But I know it's because he can't see it on Facebook.
Oh, he still liked it though. See, I told you. He likes you. He just don't know how to. He's socially challenged. He still likes his Queasy. He probably doesn't even. You know what? He probably doesn't even know why you unfollowed him.
Yes, he knows. He knows good and gosh darn well.
I don't think he does. I really don't.
No, he knows. And I have. He knows because the fact that I told him I had an issue when he first said he saw it, and I mentioned like, oh, so you saw it, and like you couldn't say nothing type of thing, and how I kept saying nobody's reached out to me. Nobody's reached out to me. So you know I have an issue that nobody's reached out to me. You know.
Right.
Because even when I put the friend, like, became his friend again or whatever, you still didn't reach out to me since then. So it's like, okay. Yeah, so you still didn't reach out to me after that. And then, actually, no. The last thing was, oh, maybe going to the movies, and I'll let you know my schedule. And then you never got back to me about your schedule. Okay.
He hasn't tried to contact you since about that?
No. He hasn't reached out to me about the movies or nothing else since. Nope. He has not.
Well, he did like your post.
Yeah, I mean that's just a post. He might try.
And don't ask him for an explanation though. If he does. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. No, I didn't realize when I was moving around just now that I hit the mute button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what was I saying? I don't need an explanation. I don't need an explanation because. Yeah. Because I'm good on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Every time this Trump regime news gets really, really heated up, then they're trying to bring all this other nonsense up in the forefront. That doesn't mean a hill of beans. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
So in the Cherries group, somebody posted that fun didn't last long.
What fun?
I don't know. So somebody said what I missed, and then somebody goes, honestly, nothing. It wasn't anything bad, but the post got shut down. And they said expeditiously. And then somebody goes, looks like we got new rules and regulations.
What was the fun, I wonder?
I have no idea. Some post that got taken down. I don't know.
Who was it that posted that? One of the females or the males?
A female posted it.
I'm sitting back waiting on well, no, never mind. I'm just curious to see who David went to cause grief with. Dang. I meant to do I was going to do a response to that.
You know, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. So, if a man is knowingly in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a question to the men in the group. It says, how do you feel about sex on the first date or online sex at first conversation? I don't know. To me, I get you're still a man and it's just a general, how do you feel? But when you say depends on the vibe, like when you answer that question and I know you have a girlfriend, I feel like it's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like, just
depends on the vibe.
Yeah, the person responded, depends on the vibe, but he's in a relationship and it's a known relationship in the group. So it's kind of like, to me, it's weird that you answered that question. I don't know. Like, I get it's a harmless question. It's just a question. And you know what I mean? How did you feel before? If you and your girlfriend break up, I get it's just a feeling question overall. But to me, it's just weird that you actually answered it.
Right.
You have a girlfriend. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, well, you're right. You're right, because I'm just thinking, if she's in the group, she sees that.
She probably won't care. But still, like, I just feel it's weird that you answered it.
Unless they have a open type deal going on.
And like I said, it don't even have to do with being open or nothing. It's just answering a simple question as to basically it could be referring to how you was before her and whatever else. But just in general, to me, I wouldn't appreciate that answer.
Right.
Like, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we're still in this group, but you don't, something like that, you didn't have to answer.
It's a little too right. Because a lot of women that see that are kind of desperate, because like I noticed that a lot of the girls that answer up under those posts, especially from the men, to me, they seem a little more desperate because it's like 20 women to one man in there, in those groups. Like for me personally though, when I make a comment up under the post, I'll just make a comment whether it's funny or not or whatever, or a gif put a gif in there with my reaction or something like that, try to add to the joke. But other than that, I'm not really trying to slide in anybody's DMs, pretty much. Because first off, a lot of the people in there are younger than me. But sometimes I want to respond to a post that's really funny. I think it's funny. I might respond to it. Plus, just in case somebody is in the group that's like my age, they'll see that I'm kind of interacting in the group too. So that's a lot of reasons why I respond to certain posts. You know what I'm saying? Because there might be somebody my age that's looking to see how if you interact. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm putting myself out there without putting myself out there.
Yeah, I get it.
Kind of. I guess that makes sense. It's like, yeah, I'm here. You know, I'm in the group. Interact once in a while, but
Yeah. So, I think he's in the Cherries group. You in the Cherries group? Let me see.
who is it?
I don't know. I'm about to see if he is. Same name, but different person. No, he's not in the Cherries group. So how the heck do I know him? Let me see. Now I gotta find out which group he's in.
Okay, do that. I'm gonna play this video.
He's in the women's group.
Let's see.
The mixed one.
Oh, is he?
He's older.
Is he?
Yeah.
Send the link on Messenger. Let's see. Where did you send it? Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, there. Let's see, Mr. Stanley. Chicago. Because Chicago's 4 hours away. I'm not planning on over the trips or nothing, but let's see. Well, it's good that he got his vaccine too. He's a musician. Has he posted anything?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah, 13 hours. Good morning. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Sending out some love. Good mornings. He does a lot of good mornings type of stuff.
So he's in the woman group though, so he might be.
I think you might be. I think you might be into black women too. So
You think so? That's what I was trying to make sure.
No, I think so.
Okay. That's what I was trying to make sure of, because
He's 54.
Okay, so he's 1 year older than me. Where did you see that? Because I'm on his profile.
No, he told me.
Oh, he did? Are you talking to him?
He's been messaging me, but nothing's like that.
Oh, God.
But he's telling me about his past, and his age just came up based on like a past relationship.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. No, he's telling me that he had been in long distance relationships before, and so I asked how long were they in, and he was explaining. And one of them, he said he was gonna move. Like a lot of them, he was gonna move for them. But then, I guess one cheated. This other one, she said he was too old for her, but she knew his age before he went, and they were talking for a while. He even was thinking of marrying her, but she was 37 and he's 54. So I guess in person, the age thing became a problem versus just doing it online, you know?
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Would you tell him how old you were?
No, because it didn't get it. It's not about that yet. He didn't like. It's not that he's showing interest like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because he had messaged me when I was on the trip, and he sent me some songs, and he's like, "Here's a song I wrote to help you enjoy your vacation."
Aw,
that's how it started. So, like, 2 songs he wrote. One, he said, one is, yeah, and then another one, his hip hop song. So he had sent me. So he was asking me if I had listened to it. So that's how. But that's all the conversation started with him sending me something, but he was in the restricted part at first. Then,
well, that's sweet.
Yeah. So then today he asked me, did I like the song? So I just like skimmed through it. And then I said, oh, no, not today. Yesterday he asked me, and I was like, I had just saw them, but I was at the airport. Because, yeah, it was Tuesday when he sent it to me. And that was my whole travel day. So he was in my spam box at that time when he first sent the first few. Because we're not friends on Facebook. So that's how it started. So then he asked me, and I was like, well, I'm at the airport, blah, blah, blah. So then today he just, good morning, have a good day. Then he asked me, did I like the songs? So, and then he was like, well, have a good night. I'm driving home because this was tonight. So I was like, oh, get home safe. Simple. So then he wrote back, oh, thanks. It was raining. I got home safely. Take care. If you ever need to talk about anything, work, family, even dating. Like he's saying how he'd been best friends with this girl for 22 years and she went through 3 or 4 divorces, stuff like that. So he just that type of conversation. That's why, and I'm like, but he looks older, so I'm like, that's why I said Sharon.
Oh yeah, but you're talking to him.
No, not in that way. He's too old for me. Why the hell would I tell you about it?
I'm not doing that. I don't do that.
You don't do what?
He's talking to you,
Sharon. He started talking to me about a fucking song on vacation.
Sharon.
It's because I actually post stuff. He liked one of my posts. You don't post nothing, Sharon.
I'm not post nothing. Well, I might post something tomorrow.
Matter of fact, it was actually because of my post on the vacation, the video reel or whatever I put in there.
Right.
That's what it was.
Well, I'll be able to post something. And let's see. I'll look when it gets closer to. Let's see. March, April, May, June. When it gets close to June, July. Okay, so I got 4 months. I mean, I'll post something before then, but that'll be like my highlight when I make enough money to start planning that train, get my train ticket and stuff like that. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna start posting. I'll post like update videos and stuff
Sharon,
about.
you might talk to this man and he might find you a sugar daddy. Even though
What?
he's your age.
Stop saying that. Don't say that on live video.
Might find you a sugar daddy.
Stop saying that. Look, I'm getting ready to play this video. I'm getting ready to play this video I found on here. This lady here. Let me see. Share. I'm looking for no sugar daddy. Okay.
I mean, he's your age, so it's not really a sugar daddy, but I'm just saying.
I'm not looking for no sugar daddy. Okay. Here we go. If it'll play. Why does it do that? I don't know why it's always okay. Play. I don't know why this always does this. Okay, here we go.
Very simply, anti-blackness is the mindset, cognitive dissonance, the implicit biasms that white people live in, that we have been conditioned to believe is the parameter that black people must live in for us to be comfortable. That is anti-blackness. So when white people see a black man come out of that parameter that we have put him in his entire career, then all of a sudden we have a problem with it. He's no longer fitting the character that we have allowed him to play in our narrative. That's anti-blackness. Anti-blackness is expecting black people to sit and live compartmentalized to fit our fragility. Anti-blackness is not allowing black people to have a space to be black without us chiming in and critiquing it. You don't have to be an outright racist to be anti-black.
What she said. What exactly what she said now. So y'all respect white people that call other white people out on their bull. And that's what it's gonna take to even start dismantling the system as it is. They are the ones, because we've been our ancestors and our families have been trying to do it for years, hundreds of years, and nobody's listening to us. Nobody's going to listen to us. It's going to take white people to dismantle the system, and there's a lot of them that are waking up or trying to wake up their brethrens and sisterins to this fact.
Anger is often pathologized. Anytime a person is showing anger, especially someone who isn't white, they are seen as irrational, expected to be polite and calm and have a smile on your face when you are being clearly violated. And living in a society that has normalized this type of violence and abuse, and we can see it in the history of our country: genocide, slavery, ongoing forms of colonization. This type of social and structural gaslighting will have you feeling that if you respond to something that is hurting you, that is causing harm in a way that shows that you are angry, you are automatically demonized. And if you want to layer on this new age spiritual sort of culture that is an extension of white supremacy, of course everything is love and light. We weaponize the response to aggressions against us, turn it around, and put the blame on the one that's been harmed. Under white supremacy, anger.
See, that is a whole lot of them that make content like this. Like I like those kind of people that are calling out now that they're trying to limit the and education and like CRT is not a school subject, but they politicians that said we're going to take CRT and turn it in, like CRT is going to be the boogeyman. That to cover everything that has to do with teaching any kind of real history in this country. So that's why they're attacking the education and the history and stuff, because if they don't want their kids to know that their grandparents, their parents and their grandparents are participating in this system like this, and they don't want them to know that they benefit and how they benefit from this system. She's always calling out. I follow her. She always following her for the past 3 years. Let me see. She calls them out. People. Let me find her video. Snort Kitty. She always makes. Okay, like with this one here. I think she called this one out. She's like, you lost the plot. No. This is how far that they are willing to go to overblow this whole thing. Let's see if she says anything. Okay.
Is a little bit like Vladimir Putin.
No, we can't talk about that because it's not true, and it's the most cockamamie thing I've ever fucking heard. I can't believe you're a doctor with 1 million followers. You made that video, watched it again, and thought, yep, I'm gonna post that. I can't fathom the ignorance. Just compared a Hollywood actor to the leader of a country who's all but a dictator, simultaneously inflating what Will Smith did and minimizing what Vladimir Putin has done for the sake of villainizing a black man. You're a doctor. Like, did you get your license to practice in the back of an abandoned warehouse?
Can we talk about...
And not only that, that woman she did another video where she says, I have 2 black daughters. Okay, those black daughters are in danger. She is a doctor, and she was bragging about how she can turn, like emotionally manipulate people's minds and gaslight them on racism and stuff like that. And kind of.
Wait, who was saying that? The same lady just now?
The blonde lady. The blonde lady is a doctor.
Okay.
And the lady, the Snort Kitty with the dark hair, she's always calling out white people on their crap. But the blonde lady that was trying to say that Will Smith was just like Vladimir Putin.
No.
She says that she has 2 black daughters on top of that.
Oh.
Okay, that's the equivalent of her saying, I have a black friend. You know how white people say, oh, but I have a black friend, so I can't be. No, she actually has 2 black daughters. I feel like those girls are in danger with that woman, that blonde lady.
Mm-hmm.
Because you saw what she was saying. She was saying this black man, Will Smith, not perfect man, but she was equating him to being just like Vladimir Putin. I'm sorry. Did you not see the last 4 or 5 years that we had under a terrorist regime with Trump? Like, seriously? This is what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. They're taking this little slap and using it to vilify all black people. So it went from a slap. It went from a slap to now he's just like Vladimir Putin. Like, Vladimir Putin just stormed into somebody's house uninvited, saying, I'm going to take your stuff and kill your people while I'm doing it. You know, that just, oh my God. But yeah, no, the Snort Kitty, the brown haired lady, I was telling you to follow her. She's always calling out. She has always called out, and she is always out and uplifting black creators. And she's married to a black man. Snort Kitty is. So she understands. Like, she calls out, make those videos with black men saying, my black boyfriend thinks I'm blacker than the black girl and stuff like that. She touches on all of the issues. Mm-hmm. So she's a real one. She's one of the good ones. So we've been like 2-3 years. She calls out. She calls them out. Let's see. Another one. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, sometimes I get exhausted for her, but she addresses all the bull crap comments. These people always making excuses and trying to be slick and sly, but she calls them out and she tries to use everything like that for teaching purposes, to teach other white people how not to be anti-black, racist, and stuff like that. She's your age. I feel so exhausted for her sometimes, but sometimes, like some of the stuff, I block. Like I tried to have a conversation with this one white guy one time that wanted to argue in my comments with me. It was about racism and education and stuff like that, and it got to the point where I started, and I was like, "How you follow me? I remember when you followed me, and he had been following me for like 2 years, and I'm like, why? If you see all the content that I post." And you decide today of all days to wake up and try to choose violence against me and argue with me about racism and the black experience. And he was going to keep going and going and going, and he was trying to wear me down. So I just blocked him. I was like, I'm not one, no, I'm not doing this. It's not a black person's, uh, it's not our responsibility to be explaining this stuff that you already know, and you act like you're trying to act like this is the slap right. They should have put the face on. Oh, that's Zelensky's face. That is hilarious. Yeah, that's the slap we're getting. That's the slap we're seeing. Because Zelensky is not backing down. He's like, no, you're not coming up into my house, trying to bully me in my own house.
Yeah.
And Zelensky is showing up all of the men on this planet because he keeps asking them for help, but he's doing it all on his own. They keep saying, "Oh, we can't." So they're sitting back in their cushy little offices and cushy warm little houses watching this man.
They're doing as much as they can without getting their country involved by sending supplies and stuff.
But the thing is, if the loophole that is holding them back is him not being in NATO. This is an emergency situation where because he had already applied to join NATO, or he got an invitation or something to join NATO, and they hadn't gone through, the process or whatever. But under the circumstances, they should let that man in NATO, because if he is a part of NATO, then they can go in there and help him.
It's none of our business.
I know it's none of our business, but I'm not saying just us. This is everybody. This is everybody that's in the NATO.
It ain't none of nobody business. He lucky he getting the help he getting. It's not their business. Why should any other country throw themselves in front of Putin's bullet? No.
Well, no. What I'm saying, then, by that logic, then they shouldn't have even sent him the help that they sent. They should never have even sent that. If they're going to be hypocritical.
No, that's not the same logic.
I'm just saying they shouldn't have even sent that.
No, huh?
But he's still showing them up. He's showing them all up to be the wimps and cowards that they are. He's showing them up.
Who?
Zelensky is showing up every man that's sitting in their office.
Well,
He's
guess what?
showing
Then,
them up.
well, guess what? I will be a pussy ass bitch because I'm not sending not a damn
They
body.
are impotent.
I'm not sending nobody. I'm not Ukrainian. I am a U.S. citizen. I was born and raised in the U.S. None of my U.S.
But
men
I'm
or
not
women
saying that
need
it's
to go.
all our
None
responsibility.
not a single one of my U.S. men that are in the military need to go to Ukraine and possibly lose their lives over no Ukrainian.
I'm just saying
sorry.
that he's
No.
showing up every man on this planet
No,
to
he
be
ain't.
a coward, empty coward.
He damn sure ain't.
Yes, he is.
No, we're minding our fucking business as we should do. Just like the white people need to mind their business about the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap. The white people ain't got no business talking about it. You ain't a part of it. Don't speak on it. The U.S. is saying this ain't my fight. I'm gonna give you some tools to help you out, but this ain't my fight.
Right, but
I'm
you know
stay
what?
out of it.
If they think it's none of their business, and they should stay all the way out of it because no. But
you
they're
can help somebody
allowing
out to an
the
extent.
Ukrainians. But they're allowing these Ukrainians to come over here to our country and all those other countries, giving them money, giving them houses, giving them free college and stuff like that. They need to stay all the way out of it.
Who is getting free college?
There's an HBCU in the United States that's going to give Ukrainians free college.
That's money out of their damn pocket.
But I'm just saying, we need to stay all the way out of it. Like we don't need to offer them to come over here, the safety, the housing, and get money and free college.
The problem is, you have celebrities here raising money for Ukraine and whatnot and whatnot. If a college wants to do it, then let the college give the people free. That's on the college.
But
as long as it ain't coming out, as long as
is
it's not coming,
the same thing.
As long as it ain't coming out of my pocket,
it's coming out of our taxpayers' money because
I don't pay taxes to no fucking HBCU.
No, I'm saying it. Our government, they are giving them free housing, free medical, free money, and stuff like that when they come over here.
Listen, ain't nothing free in the U.S. Trust and believe.
But that's what they're giving them. They're giving
them nothing free in the U.S. It's not free.
But they're not giving our citizens any of that.
It's not free.
But they're giving it to them. Of course, it's not free. They're taking the taxpayers' money and they're paying for that. So we should stay all the way out of it.
At the end of the day, it's not going to be free for them. This is if they are giving them stuff,
all the way out of it.
It is all a ruse.
We should stay all the way out of it. Like none of that should be offered as well. None of it.
It's a ruse.
None of it. We have one watching. Does that mean? Is it raining there?
I don't think so. I don't hear it.
It's raining here. It's chilly and cold and rainy.
Okay. No, it's not raining here. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, though.
I heard. I saw something about tornado warnings.
It's supposed to be up to 60 degrees and raining tomorrow.
Y'all got tornado warnings too?
Not that I seen, at least not in the city. I'm trying to find these flats that I saw on Macy's, but I cannot find it.
It's 11:15.
Yeah. These flats that were posted on Macy's as part of an outfit. I like it, and I don't know where to find it. So I got to scroll all the way through everything on Macy's to try and find this damn shoe. Oh, yeah. Getting tired. She's getting tired.
Yep, it's time to log off. We're going to log off. Then tomorrow we'll get more news. We're going to try to get this news cycle back on track.
What news cycle?
Huh?
I said, what news cycle?
We're going to try to get the news cycle back on track away from this slap thing.
Oh. Right?
And do another live. We'll do another live tomorrow. And when you get off work, and call me. Or you gonna be in court tomorrow?
Yeah, we work in the courtroom now, so
okay.
I'm always in the courtroom, and we got cases every day. So
okay, well, I will talk to you tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Good night, Chrissy. Good night,
Good night,
our
good
one
night.
viewer.
Oh.
Good night.
All right.